Good morning, everybody. Drew with Drew's Roofing. I know you haven't seen me in a while, but I got called up from a real estate agent. He asked me to come over here and check out this roof here in Southport. And the house is for sale, and the inspector found some issues. So I'm gonna look around and see what we can find. To start with, the inspector said, here, we have things that are sticking up. That's what he's saying. And it's just a flashing, has never been nailed down. Just a flashing, never got nailed down, so it's buckling. That's really all that is. So that's not terrible. Could probably use some caulking to keep the water from going behind that flashing right there. They said something about exposed nails, so we'll check that out here in a minute as we're looking around. All right, so I see an issue here. What do you guys think about this kind of thing? When somebody runs two bond lines together on a 3-tab shingle. It's not my favorite thing to do. And then when they ran this valley, can you see what they did? Look at that. So they ran the valley way past the valley, actually. The valley has run 1.5 feet there, 1.5 feet. So they got 18 inches up on this other roof. And what he was talking about with exposed nails is stuff like this right here. And you know you can't do this. All right, so this is not the worst roof I've ever seen, but it's not the greatest either. And it looks like to me, to be honest with you, that the ridge vent didn't get nailed down properly. I'm guessing, I don't know, the nails, I feel the nail down there, it just didn't get pulled down real nice, and tell you, like it should be. And as a matter of fact, what they did was, they used the old ridge vent, because this is a new roof. That ridge vent should look a lot prettier than that. Got a big lift right there. You can run your fingers up under there, so that's not good. And that actually is going on down through this whole ridge on both sides. Both sides have that going on. So they didn't do a very good job, number one, putting the ridge vent on. And number two, they used the old ridge vent. And of course, anytime you put ridge vent on, if you look in between there, you're gonna see exposed nails, which for around this area is not the greatest thing you can have, because these nails will rust. We're at the beach. But if you look down through there, that last row of nails, every nail basically is exposed on them lower shingles right there. No caulking, no tar. If this was my new roof, I probably wouldn't be 100% happy. I don't like the way they finished their caps off. If you look at my videos, you'll see how we do them, and I don't do them anything like that. So they ran the caps. Looks like the caps are every 3 inches. I don't know why their exposure is 3 to 3.5 inches down through there. Why would they do that? I don't know. So I'm just kind of walking around, checking it out, see what's going on. Okay, so I do notice something else right off the bat. Number one, brand new roof. The boot is split already, so they didn't do a very good job cutting that. And the other thing I notice is, look at here. This is how I seen it. Because there's a big overhang. So there's over 2 inches of overhang here, and there's a brown shingle underneath. When I seen that in between, I was thinking to myself, what's going on? And then there it is. Starter, first layer of shingles, second layer of shingles on top. I would not recommend that to anybody. So that's always a problem to me. There's 2 layers of roofing. The inspector mentioned a lot of exposed nails. I just haven't seen a lot, but I have seen a few. We've got some more. Oh my God, look at this. Bond line, bond line, bond line. Bond line over there, bond line, bond line, bond line. They all matched up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These are all bond lines, and that's what it's supposed to be, every other one. And somebody apparently got confused and started to do that straight up through here. And they didn't just do it on this run, they actually did it back in here to this run. So 3 runs together. Not ever something you want to do on a roof. Not to mention, I personally, yeah, you can see them 2 layers now. Look at that. 1 layer, 2 layers. No drip edge at all. No drip edge. So water could be going right up underneath there. But I don't like these bond lines like that. That's kind of stupid. Somebody doesn't know how to run shingles very well. You can see it in that valley where they're running way off. Look at that valley. If your valley looks like that, you know something's probably wrong. I'm pretty sure they got a hole right here. I can feel it with my foot. There's a leak. When you put 2 roofs on top and you have a leak somewhere, man, oh man, oh man, is it hard to find. Look at this. Somebody, I don't know who, but they're not roofers. I mean, this is a 12-inch shingle and a 12-inch shingle with a little piece here in the middle. I have no idea what they're thinking, but if you're a roofer and you see this going on, you know something's wrong. Look at that. That does not work. No. So this whole entire roof needs to be replaced. That's what they need to do here. It needs to be tore off, put back properly. Somebody had not a clue how to do a roof. What does everybody else think? Think this is a good roof, a bad roof? Would you leave a roof like this? No way. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. So no drip edge, 2 layers of shingles, bond lines are off in a bunch of places. Don't ask me what they were thinking. I mean, they're off here. They're off several areas. The valleys are ran way, way out. Not the proper way to run a valley. So basically, my inspection report is going to say, I don't like 2 layers, number 1. Brand new roof on top of a roof. And I'm not so sure they knew what they were doing. How they finished off their caps. When this cap or something should go up underneath here, and you can see that it's just a big void. Big void, high wind, leak. Not run properly at all. The ridge vent's in bad shape. I mean, look down through that ridge vent. It's up and down everywhere. Literally everywhere, up and down, up and down. That should be nice and smooth down through there, and it's not. All right, so anyways, I'd have to give this place a bad inspection, and I would tell the homeowner to have the roof replaced and make the whoever owns the place pay for it, because there's 2 layers of shingles on this thing, and that means twice the work. So anyways, I'm gonna call this guy up and tell him what I found. I would not be happy if I was the buyer of this roof.